Well, hello, my soul friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Have a seat. Take a moment. Come be with me for just a minute. I have a commitment to come on to YouTube at least once a week, and the reason I'm coming on today is to talk about how hard it has been to show up for this platform and what's going on with me, because I know that we are all connected, and what I'm dealing with, I'm sure some of you are dealing with out there too. So come take a seat with me, take a moment with me, take a pause with me, take a breath with me right now. Welcome to the Soul Nurturer channel, a channel from my heart and soul to yours, which is all about appreciating, recognizing, and honoring the experience of souls having a human experience, navigating a human world that can be overwhelming, can be challenging, can be, discouraging, and yet all purposeful. We're here for a reason. We are here at this time for a reason. Our souls have unique and beautiful purpose and potential. And that's why I call myself the soul nurturer. That is what I love to do, is help people reconnect to that potential, nourish and nurture that potential, and contribute what we can, and only we can individually contribute to the collective unfolding that we share. Okay, so subscribe if you feel called to. Go watch some of my other videos. I'm really letting go of the requesting subscription, requesting comments, requesting all that. I think I'm just really going to honor the call to be here and trust that this channel unfolds organically, that it'll reach the people it's meant to reach, and that's it. And this is a little bit about my topic today. I have not been called to social media for the last while. I mean, I'm off Facebook pretty much. I still check for messages there, even though my professional page is blocked and I can't get messages there, but long story short. So kind of like walked away from Facebook. And Instagram, I'm now noticing the same thing, just kind of like don't have the same joy in posting daily. And YouTube's been great. I love it because I feel like I'm connecting to people. I get emails from people all over the world. And I feel like, oh, here I can make a difference. I don't know. I think that's it for me. I want to make sure that what I'm contributing is making a difference somewhere anyway. And Instagram, I think, and Facebook for me, and I wonder if you can relate to this. To me, it's so easy to fall into the comparison there. What are other people doing? And it's so unconsciously wired into all of us. We're noticing what other people are doing, how they're doing it, and then how are we doing it? And then we land into that place of opening our wounds instead of living from our gifts, right? Maybe the not enoughness. I'm not enough. Other people are doing more. I'm not doing enough. So this is surrounding the conversation, soul conversation I'd like to have with you today. And that is the reminder that we are human beings, not human doings. But we're so conditioned, and this is what comparison can tilt us back into oh, am I doing enough? I need to be doing more. Look at what they're all doing. Look at what they're all accomplishing. And believe me, as you get older, it doesn't necessarily go away, especially when something I've been working with. I almost said struggling with, but I've taught a few of my clients, instead of saying I'm struggling with, to reframe that into I'm currently in the learning experience of, or I'm currently in the middle of a lesson, instead of struggling. Struggling for me means we're disconnected from our soul. We're disconnected from Creator, from the universe, however you connect. We're disconnected from the trust that there's something unfolding beyond what our human mind can perceive. So I have been with the experience of aging, and I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. I love every age of my life. I love the age that I am, and yet the aging process is really working me a little bit. I have to say, I have to be honest. Okay, but that's not what this is about. That's a whole other video all on acceptance. And I'll tell you, the older you get, the more acceptance needs to be your go-to tool. It's like your constant companion of practicing acceptance. But no, my topic today came out of a session I was having with a client, but it's a common conversation I have with my clients. We often work with finding balance in the human experience, a soul having a human experience. And I also make the distinction of transformational work and healing requires us to move out of or to work with our wounded self, not move out of it, but kind of work with our wounded self to tend and mend our wounded self that occurs in the human experience so that we can offer our soul gifting from our empowered self. Okay. And this is a constant toggle, as is the constant toggle between human experience and soul. And often I hear my clients talk about, I feel overwhelmed, out of balance. And whenever I hear out of balance, I remember years ago being at Agape, watching Reverend Michael deliver one of his amazing sermons. And I would often watch the interpreter. And I'd always see them do this. And like, okay, what is that? And finally, I found out that this means God or creator or source. I love that, right? What is this? When you see me do this, it's like balance, the balance point. I'm not too much in my human experience. I'm not too much in my soul. I'm right here balanced. I'm one with all that I am. Okay. And all that is balance. But we are so conditioned to be human doings, to constantly be going, checking off the list, going for the next goal, go. And the more we do that, the more we disconnect from our soul. And there we are out of balance in our inner world. And remember, we're a microcosm of the macrocosm, meaning we are part of the bigger picture. So what we're doing with our inner worlds, with our lives, with our relationships, all contributes to the collective and it's reflective back and forth, right? So this phrase in that conversation with the client, and it's not new to me, it just came out in a new kind of way that was like, oh, I have to write that down. I like that. And that is, let your being be your doing. Let your being be your doing. And what does that mean to you? Well, not only did it really tickled me, I like when Spirit gives me a little, kind of, it's almost like a koan. Is that, like the Buddhist riddle where you've got to work with what does that mean, or gives me words to play with. A little bit of a wordsmith here, and that's how Spirit gives me juicy guidance. So what does that mean to you? For me, it was like, okay, we're putting off being, like we have to earn it. We have to earn time to just be, like, got to do more. That is driven by that core wound of not enough, right? And many of us have that. And I think that many people get triggered into that on social media, again, with the comparison. Seems like, because remember too, we're witnessing someone's external presentation and comparing it to our inner experience. We're not feeling into what they're feeling in their world. That we're not hearing their inner thoughts. We're not seeing their interactions with their relationships, their family, their partner, their home life, their business life, their struggles. We're not seeing any of that. We're just seeing the highlight reel, right? So enoughness can get triggered easily. Am I enough? Am I doing enough? So let me just pause here and say, I believe that you are. I know that I am, and I know that I can be hard on myself. So let's pause together and offer each other some grace and compassion. You're doing enough. You are enough. I'm doing enough. I am enough. And in that space of enoughness, then we cultivate having and experiencing enough. okay? And we can slow down and pause. So for me, when it came through, what it meant, allow your being, or let your being be your doing. It's like, it's being productive when you're just being. So I practiced this today. It's a beautiful sunny day in Washington State, and I had a whole list of things I had to do, wanted to do, and planned on doing. But instead, my husband reminded me, we don't have any more days like this because we're moving into the deep of fall, shorter days, lights going away, and we're going to be moving into the dark of winter. So I went outside and I brought some books, I brought my journal, and I allowed myself to just be. And then as I was journaling, this next part of that statement came like this. So let your being be your doing, okay? So you're being productive and just being. And then, of course, in our human experience, we need to manage our human experience. There are things we need to do: clean our house, pay our bills, organize, do whatever we need to do to take care of ourselves, nourish our bodies, shop for food, cook food, all this stuff we do, right? The maintenance of our life. So this came, and I'm trying to read my journal. I just wrote this today. And let your doing be the practice of your being. And let your doing be the practice of your being. In other words, the things you're doing, do them mindfully from a place of connection to your soul, in your wholeness of a soul having a human experience, in your wholeness of your mind, body, and being. And that may require pausing, checking in. What do I need in this moment? How am I doing? What am I telling myself about what I'm doing? Bringing presence to your doing is allowing you to be in your being while you're doing, or to practice your being. We practice more of the human doing than the human being. This is what this is about. Okay. Comment if you do, have any feedback. I love to know if I'm reaching you in some way. And also, let me just know how you're doing in general. We are in the Eclipse Portal. I'm going to be doing a video probably early next week. There's an eclipse. It's the annular solar eclipse in Libra, and it's pretty significant. So we are in the Eclipse Portal, which means we're probably feeling some things getting stirred up. Eclipses are the harbinger of changes, the big shifts that come in order to help us rebirth, to help us get on back on track. Eclipses are connected to the nodes of destiny. So there could be sudden endings and sudden beginnings. Why? To get us connected back into destiny. Okay, side note, look for that video coming soon. So then this other thought came. First of all, I want to show you look at my journal. It says, allow the unfolding. And I wanted to mention this because I've had this journal for about 2 years. And I'm outing myself on this. Do you do this? You have a nice journal or something nice, and it was gifted to me, and it's very special to me. And I wouldn't write in it. I would just keep writing in blank journals, not the pretty ones. And I went, okay, Victoria, is this an empowered choice, or is this a wounded choice? Remember the distinction from your wounded self or your empowered self? Definitely not empowered. What I was operating from was my wounded self of, I'm not worthy of writing in this beautiful journal. I don't want to mess this beautiful journal up, So it's important for us to catch ourselves when we slide back into that old neighborhood, that I mentioned. Old neighborhood is where we're conditioned, where we're wounded, where we need to cultivate, tend, and mend all of our woundedness, to cultivate and activate our gifting and our purpose. And we can slide back there pretty easily. So I noticed that. And so I've been writing a little bit into it now and reminding myself I'm worthy of this journal. My thoughts, my exploration of my soul and my being are worthy of this journal. Okay, side note. So then I went on to write, this was good. I love it. Okay. When you take time to be in your being, honestly, I sat outside. I brought my tea, I brought a journal, I brought books, water, and I was just at times just watching the hummingbird play in the tree, listening to the sounds around me, being with nature around me. This, my soul friends, is the best soul medicine for calling your nature forward. Just being in nature and being in awe of nature allows you to be in awe of your own true nature and to call it forward. Okay? All right. So this thought came and I thought it helped me, and may it help you. Taking time to just be is not wasted time. It's invested time. You're investing in you. You're investing in your soul. You're investing in your well-being, in your body. You're nourishing. You're nurturing. This is an investment that pays off with you being more present to yourself, your life, your loved ones, your soul mission, your work, your human life. And I am feeling so good right now just taking that time. And I took, I think, 3 hours, maybe 4. And I noticed the fidgeting the first hour, right? Anybody hear me on this? First hour of, oh, wait a minute. Being pulled, wanting to check my phone. And I kept calling myself back. Come into your human being. Your being is your doing. So I just wanted to share that with you. May it be helpful. The other thought that came to me too while journaling, I get lots of gems while journaling or meditation, but sometimes, and I hope you take the time for this, because truly I have been in a place of withdrawing again. And when I'm withdrawing, it's me. For me, I take that as my soul calling me inward. And so this little message came through today too. It's okay to step out so you can step in. And that can mean literally go outside, step out. But it also means step out of your rigid routine that's being driven by your wound. Step out and step in to your soul nature, your soul essence, and find the natural rhythm that is organic to you, that best serves you and supports you. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to say. Oh, that feels good. I was noticing some questioning if I was going to continue this YouTube channel. Part of eclipse season is one of the things that happens with eclipse time is we have the solar eclipse, which is a new moon on the 14th, and then the lunar eclipse on the 28th, I think, which is a full moon. And but the eclipse portal, like I said, sudden endings and new beginnings. But because this lunar or solar eclipse is aspecting the south node, which is about karmic release, releasing what no longer serves you, being complete with some things. I was feeling, because I didn't feel my normal inspiration of, I want to do a video, I want to connect with people. And I thought, oh no, am I letting go of the YouTube channel now? Am I? Because I haven't felt called. And today I felt called. So I'm here. But I am going to tell you, I'm letting go of the pressure I put on myself. And I'm going to let go of the how it has to look. I have asked for people for advice how to make my videos better. And honestly, when I listen to the feedback, it's good and it's wonderful, it's helpful, but it's inviting me to do the trending thing, what everybody else is doing. And I'm just called to be me right now. I don't know about you. I'm just called to do it my way, my organic or authentic way. If my videos are too long, watch 5 minutes, turn off the video, because I hear, oh, make them shorter, make them this, that. I'm like, go on TikTok. Good. And I'm just like, that just feels too pulling me out of who I am to become someone I'm not so that I may get followers. No, I hope that my videos reach those people who are meant to be called to my work, people I can support organically and divinely. And by the way, before I wrap up, I just want to say, I'm still offering my 20-minute consultations. I love to do support people on their path of unfolding. I love all the tools that I have to do that. The popular tool that people love to work with me on is the soul chart review. Now, I will offer a 20-minute quick peek, and it's really just a quick peek. We could spend hours and hours and hours on your chart, but people find them helpful. We could work on a dream together. I am a Jungian-based soul, spiritual director, but soul guide. I do all things soul work, all things connected to soul. And so dream work, we could also just do some guided imagery, or you can just tell me where you are, and I can just be that loving, compassionate space for 20 minutes. That's free to shine some light your way. Now, I want to empower you to know that you're worthy of a full session with me. And I think, I'm starting to get full with my clients, and I may be closing how many people I work with in January. So if you want and feel called to do your soul work, your inner work, to have some soul light to guide you on your path, then I encourage you to just request a full session. You're worthy of it. And I will say this, I'm still working out the glitches with my website, but my website is in the description. Follow that link to request a session or a 20-minute free consultation, your choice, but you're worth the full session. But I know there's some glitch where I'm not getting, or people are not getting my responses. I always, always, always respond to every single email or request or response. If you've not heard from me, it's one of two things. One, your request didn't come through. Two, I tried to respond to your request. Maybe the email is wrong that you provided. Is there a three? The three is, if you haven't heard from me, then reach out again, or just directly email me at thesoulnurturer@gmail.com. How about that? Okay. I want to just send you so much love and acceptance. This is an everyday practice. There's so much going on in the world. Offer yourself love and acceptance. Offer yourself compassion, and then send it out from there. And, practice your being. And that's enough. And you're enough. And thanks for spending some of your precious time with me. I really appreciate it. If you feel called to comment and subscribe. And I'll see you next time when I talk about the annual solar eclipse. And do you know what an annular solar eclipse is? Well, you will when you watch my video next week. Okay, take good care. Until then, all my love. Bye.